This foot is going to try to follow this rock down the ice and come down, and you guys are going to do great.
It looks so much easier on TV.
We're going to practice our position. That's good. Yeah, very slippery. We almost ate it right here. Good. I want you. We got more. Can you slide back and forth? Now we're going to learn just a little bit about the handle and the release. I'm going to start with mine pointed here at 10 o'clock. When I let it go, it goes back to 12 o'clock. Yeah. Let's practice a few, and then we'll kind of get into a game situation.
Why is it so hard? Wait, why did I fall?
Well, it's about, you know, yeah, everybody gets 2 tries.
I went on the wrong foot.
You did. You guys have now received enough instruction to try your first one. Who's a teammate?
When you get injured on the job, the company says a lot of things. They say they'll take care of you. They say they'll get you the help you need. But are you willing to risk everything on the company's promises? Let us help you.
We're Ashcraft and Jarrell, and we can help.
Typically, the strategy is to throw a draw. We want to make it stop in the red and sit somewhere in front of that yellow. If it sits out front, that's going to be perfect. So you have to deliver, letting go before the blue hog line here and get it beyond for it to stay in play. Yep. Whoa, whoa. That's about as perfect a shot as you can throw. Give it a little, Yep. Sweep. Perfect. We're going to let it go. That's going to sweep that one all the way. Yeah, that's going to need it. So close.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Last chance to make something happen. Right now, red is going to score 1 point unless you do something. You either take this one and put it right on the button, or you can hit out that red somehow.
Whoa.
You literally missed everything.
Different things, snowboarding, hockey, skiing, but you may not be familiar with the sport of curling. Jim Hanley decided to give it a try and found out it's not as easy as it looks.
They call it chess on ice, except the pieces they're moving here are 43-pound granite rocks. The board is a sheet of ice 150 feet long and has tiny pebbles or water droplets, helping those rocks to curl.
You try to get as much weight on the broom as possible, move it as fast as possible.
Eli Clausen and Chris Pingiatori are training for the National 18 and Unders coming up this week in Minnesota.
It's a lot of finesse.
The ice is always changing, so one day it could be really fast, another day it could be really slow. So you just have to get really used to adapting to those new conditions. It's a lot of dedication, a lot of getting used to it, a lot of dialing yourself into that weight and just pounding it out every day.
Games begin with a throw toward the target or house.
So yeah, it's not just hitting. Any rock can cancel out another rock.
Keep your feet next to each other right now. Push up at this way. There you go.
Okay.
Squat down.
For the novice, staying upright can be your biggest challenge.
There you go.
All right, that felt a little better. Now watch how it's supposed to look. After one player throws or slides the rock, 2 others sweep it.
You're creating friction to melt just that little tiny pebble of ice so that you can control the rock a little bit better.
Come on. Now again, how elite players get it done. where am I going to be sore tomorrow?
Legs are going to be super sore from all the balance. And then also arms are going to be sore from sweeping. A little bit of core strength too.
It's definitely an athletic game that requires a lot of balance, a lot of determination, but it's more of a mental game than it is physical.
But make no mistake, it's a workout.
Yeah, I wore one of those fitness trackers one time. I burned almost 1,000 calories in a game.
Really? Most of the world's top curlers come into their best in their 30s. Here at Potomac Curling Club, all ages take to the ice.
We had a member that was 94.
So cool. I want to say hello to all my friends, my new friends out there at the Potomac Curling Club. When we come back, we're heating things up.
Still to come on the Olympic Zone.
Attention to the forecast and the countdown to the Winter Olympics. Opening ceremonies kick off Thursday night.
Right now, the Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Doug Kammerer is in Potomac. And Doug, we hear you're practicing your curling skills. Is that right?
Absolutely. At the Potomac Curling Center, we're actually in Laurel, Maryland, and I'll tell you guys, I'm excited about this. Take a look all the way down. We've got some curlers that are here right now. They are here. They actually have leagues 6 days a week here, which is quite amazing, and we're going to be doing this as well. I know, Hanley, I know you've done this recently. We're going to be showing some of that, I think, a little bit later on, but for me, guys, I can't wait. I haven't done this in about 8 years, so, we'll see how. I did one. It did not go very well, but we'll get to that later. Let's take a look and show you how things are going outside right now. It's on the chilly side for sure. Once again, temperatures well below average. We're sitting in the 30s again today. High temperatures this afternoon only in the 30s. We're at 37 degrees right now in D.C. as well as over towards Ocean City. But look to the west, only in the 20s. Pittsburgh at 22. So we're talking about some very cold air that's going to continue, guys. So we got to watch out for the colder air coming in again overnight tonight. Could be some icing, but we're not too worried about that. Now, as we move into the day tomorrow, Tuesday, looking terrific. No problems tomorrow. But then as we look towards Wednesday, this is what we're going to be watching here. We're going to have an issue with the potential for ice again early on Wednesday. We could see some delays. We'll talk about that. And then another blustery day coming up on Thursday. So all of that, guys, coming up a little bit later on. I'll be back with you for throughout the afternoon. I can't wait to do it. And look, I'm not sliding.
Okay, I want to make sure you have not fallen yet, right? And will the camera be rolling when you do fall, Doug?
I have not fallen yet, Jim. And yes, we're doing this live.
Good.
All right.
Can't wait, because it is tougher than it looks. I will admit that.
All right, doing it live, that says it all.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Doug. We'll see you in a bit. Coming up more.
Doug's countdown to the Winter Games. I love that. That's so cool. I mean, we're 3 days away from the Winter Games happening right here on NBC4. And of course, right now we're inside the Potomac Curling Center. You can see some of the curlers here behind me. Yes, we have another camera that I'm going to be out there doing it in a second. Trust me. This is my broom. I've got my broom. They handed me my broom first. All right. Let's take a look and show you what's happening temperature-wise first, guys. 37 degrees. It's a cold one. Feels about the same outside as it does inside here at the Curling Center. 37 degrees. Take a look at the numbers here. 31 degrees right now in Gaithersburg. You're at 34 degrees in Frederick and 39 down towards Culpeper. So it's another cold night. Another cold afternoon. It's going to be that way right on through the night tonight, and we'll see a refreeze tonight if there's anything left as far as liquid is concerned, but it's not going to cause any problems for tomorrow morning. We saw a lot of delays this morning. Take a look at the radar. Storm Team 4 radar all dry. It's going to stay that way right on through the rest of the night tonight and all day tomorrow. Now, take a look at the wider picture. Not a cloud in the sky. It really is quite beautiful. You can actually see the snow up here towards the mountains. This was from yesterday's storm that came on through. You can see that snow, but as we widen out here, we've got some clouds back to the west, but you really don't even see the storm that's making its way our way during the day on Wednesday. That storm is going to come through early on Wednesday morning, and once again, that could provide us with a little bit of a mix. And take a look. Here's 3 a.m. on Wednesday morning. This is future weather now. 3 a.m. You notice the snow back towards Hagerstown, back towards Frederick, and then you notice here around 6 a.m. Notice the area here of mix. We're talking about sleet, freezing rain, and snow coming from parts of Montgomery County, Howard County, up towards Frederick, maybe around Leesburg. But then the warm air moves in, just like with our last storm. The warm air comes in, and it's all rain by about 9 o'clock for the most part. Now, we could still see some delays early on Wednesday morning. That's something we'll watch. But look at the rain coming through late in the afternoon. This rain is going to be fairly heavy at times on Wednesday, so another pretty good soaking rain, very much like what we saw yesterday. We need the rain. We saw about 3/4 of an inch yesterday. We're going to see close to a half an inch with this one. And during the afternoon, it gets out of here by around 4 o'clock. So around 4 o'clock, expecting some rain rain, maybe even some heavier showers at times as well before it all finally moves out of here around the 5, 6 o'clock hour. So we are looking at rain most of the day on your Saturday, or rather on your Wednesday. But tomorrow, no problem. 46 degrees, not as windy. Clouds increasing through the day, but all in all, looking like a pretty good Tuesday out there. 48 on your Wednesday. We've got that AM mix to rain. That's what we're going to be watching Wednesday morning, maybe a weather alert day. We're going to be watching that. 35 degrees. Hey guys, doing a little curling out here today. We've just done these are my sweepers right here. We're doing pretty good so far. We've gotten 2 in the house, so now we got to try to get another one here. So I come up, move forward, let go, nice and easy. I think I put too much spin on it, too much force. I'm not sure. More with your weather coming back, and then we're going to learn a little bit more about how they do this curling thing. It's such a cool event for the Olympics starting just a couple of days. Oh, I didn't do good at all that time.
Turning now to team coverage of our forecast.
Meteorologist Lauren Ricketts holding down the fort in Storm Center for today.
But we're going to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Kammerer, who's been doing a little curling and forecasting at the same time. Hey, Doug.
Guys, I got to tell you, this is addictive. This is a lot of fun. I've done this before, like way back a couple Olympics ago when I was in Philadelphia. I've not done it since, and this is just so much fun. This is Craig. Craig's been helping me out. Linda's been helping me as well, and then we've got Joe here, who's the president. Is that right, Joe? All right, good. Just wanted to make sure. You got to talk to me when you address the president. You have to address him the right way. Craig, you were telling me. So the whole point of this, I just want you to the point of this is to what? What am I doing to get to where?
You tried to move your 42-pound granite stone all the way to the other end, 165 feet away, 42-pound stone. And we're going to do a draw to the button, start from the hack, do your delivery, and go right to the center of the target at the other end.
All right, so I'm starting from the hack. I'm putting my foot on the hack, and then I'm on the other one's on the slider. Let me put my microphone in my patented microphone holder, which is my coat. All right, which way am I going? And then Diana's down there, who's actually going to nationals coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm on that way. All right, here we go. Am I trying to? Am I hitting one?
Draw to the button.
Okay, draw right to the button.
Oh, gotta go a little down.
Now they're sweeping, and what they're doing by sweeping, they're helping the stone to move on with less friction. So what they're trying to do is create a little bit of a water coating, correct? It heats up the ice just a little bit to allow that stone to go even farther. And second time on there. Nothing. Let's take a look and show you guys what's going on weather-wise. Did we make it? I've done it twice now on camera, and it's been terrible. When I did it off camera, it was great. All right, let's take a look and show you what's going on weather-wise, guys. Temperatures right now, it's on the cold side, 37 degrees. We're going to be dropping a little bit here, but not all that much. Temperatures down to about 30 degrees by around 11 o'clock, so watch out for some icy patches that are going to be out there throughout the evening. Take a look at temperatures now. We're at 31 degrees in Gaithersburg, 36 degrees down there towards Fort Belvoir area, and 35 right now over towards Dulles. So it's going to be a fairly cold night tonight, but you already know that. That means a cold start to our day tomorrow. Nothing on the radar now, but I want to show you what's coming because this is what we're talking about on Wednesday. Could be another weather alert situation where we may have some issues early in the morning. Notice right around 6 a.m. here. Notice to the north and west. This area to the north and west may have some ice, and that's something that we're going to be a little bit more concerned about. Where south and east, we're not going to be dealing with much at all. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the 4-zone forecast. Lauren, back in the Weather Center right now. Lauren, talk about that. Yeah, warmer temperatures as we move on in towards next week as well. We'll come back in just a little while, a little bit more curling, trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. She knows. She's going to nationals. Just a couple of weeks.
Doug, you had great form, and you went the distance. You went all the way down there. Very good form, buddy.
We want to see you.
Yeah, it was hard to get up, but thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
I'll tell you what, when you wake up tomorrow, you're going to be sore like I was last week. In places you don't expect.
I'm a little worried.
All right, we'll see you in a bit. Doug, thank you. To the start of the Winter Olympic Games, he is live on some ice in Laurel, Maryland at the Curling Club. You taking any spills yet, Doug?
No, I'm doing okay so far. You know, so far so good. I have not fallen just yet, although I did ruin a little bit of ice over there. I feel bad about that, to be honest with you. But guys, I'll tell you, we did see the ice out there this morning. We will not have that problem tomorrow, but we could have it again on Wednesday as we see another storm system move in early on Wednesday morning, so we could be talking about some delays then too. Let's take a look outside right now. Show you what's going on temperature-wise across the room here. I think I've got to learn how to sweep, they said. Sweeping. Coming up in a minute.
Lean into it. It's all in the shoulders.
That's the art of it.
Shoulders?
In the shoulders.
Okay.
Yep. There you go. You'll feel sore there tomorrow. Let's head back out to Prince George's County and Chief Meteorologist Doug Kammerer. He's been sweeping up out there on the. Are you sweeping or are you throwing the rock still?
Yeah, you know what you're doing out here, Hanley. I know you've done this yourself. I have not yet been taught how to sweep. I think I'm working on that, though. This is Joe. Joe's actually the president here. How many members do you guys have?
About 300.
300 members?
Yeah, 300 members. We had members ranging from 8 to 78.
And you said you have leagues 6 days a week.
6 nights a week, every night except Saturday.
That is awesome. I would totally do this. This would be like something that I would totally love to do. Now you guys are ready for the Olympics. I mean, this is something that you guys are going to be watching all the time.
All the time. We'll probably have viewing parties here every night of the week. We'll certainly be critiquing a lot of the shots as we're playing it. We definitely have members of the club who played against some of the Olympians on television. They know them personally.
Oh, great.
So it's pretty neat to see those people on TV.
Awesome.
And we like our chances. We think USA is going to do pretty well this year.
Who's the favorite?
So Canada is going to be the overwhelming favorite for both the men and the women's. So I like Sweden, maybe medaling too. Switzerland's looking pretty good, but I think USA could pull off. They're a dark horse. That's what I think.
We'll take it.
All right.
We'll take it. Well, yeah, we've got that. I want to show you what's going on out there weather-wise, guys, and then we got the number 4. We got the NBC4 rock ready to go here. So I'm going to do that after I do the weather. Let's take a look and show you temperature-wise where we are and what we're going to be expecting as we move on through the next couple of days. Yeah, it's on the cold side. You know that. Temperatures right now with plenty of sunshine out there. We're only in the 30s, 36 degrees. Winds out of the northwest at about 3 miles per hour. Take a look at the numbers from around the rest of the area. 31 now in Gaithersburg, 32 in Winchester. So if we did see any melting today, we're going to see a little bit of a refreeze. But fortunately, we do not have a lot of wet roadways out there. So that should not be an issue tomorrow. Nothing on the radar. The radar screen is clear, and that's going to be the way it is right on through the next 24 hours. But then we get to Wednesday. We're watching a storm system, which right now you can't even see on the map, but that storm system's making its way our way. You've got some snow. Big-time problems today in Iowa. That system actually moved just to our north early tomorrow morning, but then tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. Notice where we are here. We're at 3 a.m., and you notice we've got some snow to the north, some ice around the D.C. metro area. Watch what happens around 6 a.m. And again, this is the critical time when the schools are making their decisions on whether they should delay or close. And we've got a mix coming through parts of the area right around that 6 a.m. time frame, all areas to the north and west. Now, south and east, this will most likely be an all-rain event, and it'll go to all rain for just about everybody by around 9, 10 o'clock. So maybe a 2-hour delay. We had one today in many areas. We may see another one during the day on Wednesday. Now, notice the rain. Heavy rain at times, and we really do need to see the rain, so that's some good news. I'm going to get right to the 10-day forecast here because I want to show you the temperatures over the next few days. They're going to be going up here. High temperatures the next couple of days. Today, 46 degrees, but notice tomorrow 46 rather, 48 on Wednesday, so we're going to get that mix early, but then we'll warm with that storm. 35 degrees on your Thursday. 48 on Friday, and then another chance of just plain rain as we make our way in during the day on Sunday. So we're tracking that for that as well. All right, guys, I'm trying to take one out here. So I've got my guys, let's do this one more time. And I don't even have my, oh, that would not have looked good. All right, here we go. Ready? I got to try to hit that one. Sweep! Sweep! I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but sweep! Come on, come on. And if we don't have time to stay with this rock, guys, because it's going about 3 miles per hour.
Nice throw there. Not bad, Doug.
Come on.
We'll tune in tomorrow to see how far that rock went.
Oh, did we get in? Hey, guys, we're doing a little curling. Liz is about to do the launch. I am sweeping with TJ here. We got some big stuff. We're on the ice right now, but we may actually have some ice coming up during the day on Wednesday. That's something we're going to be talking about coming up in just a minute. We'll send it back into you guys.
All right, Doug's back out on the ice, curling his way around Prince George's County in Laurel tonight. How's it going out there?
Jim, I'm having a blast. I mean, I know you've done this. We're going to see what you did coming up next week during the Olympics. Of course, we're just 3 days away from the Olympic Games, and of course, opening ceremony is coming up on Friday. But some of the events actually take place during the day on Thursday. So looking really good for that. And guys, here we are curling here in Laurel. This is so much fun. I'm having a great time, and this is a sport where you can learn and continue to play well into, for Bill here, 70s. Bill, you picked this game up at 6 years old.
I've been curling for 15 years, and I started at age 60.
And now you're going, you said, not just around the nation, but you've been doing some tournaments in Canada and everything.
Yes, that's right. I love traveling.
And what is it about curling that you love so much?
It's a very easy game to learn, but it's very hard to get good at. And it can be very competitive, but mainly it's very social. I got friends all over Canada and the U.S. from curling.
That is so cool. It reminds me very much of almost like a bowling league, because I've done bowling leagues. I could do a curling league in a second. I think if you guys need an extra, I might be your guy. Let's take a look and show you what's going on out there weather-wise, guys, because, you know, it's a cold day. Temperatures today only in the 30s. As a matter of fact, same temperature here right now that there is outside. Look at that sunset. Really nice-looking sunset there. 36 degrees. That is the temperature we are sitting at right now inside inside the ice rink here. 33 degrees at 7 o'clock. Lighter winds tonight, dropping down to about 30. Now, temperatures around the rest of the area, we're below freezing in many areas. So, again, I'm not expecting a lot of ice tonight, but there will be some refreeze tonight for some areas. Now, the road should be fine tomorrow, but notice 29 degrees right now in Gaithersburg. Nothing on the radar. Storm Team 4 radar is dry. It will stay that way, but watch what happens on Wednesday. Now, tomorrow, no problem. But Wednesday, watch as we put this into motion by 6 a.m. Notice where the pink is here. That's the ice. Maybe the freezing rain, some sleet. That will create some problems. We could have some issues, maybe some delays once again on Wednesday morning. Lauren, we're talking maybe even a weather alert situation on Wednesday morning because of the fact that we might have some ice out there early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm sure that we're going to have to do that because once again, we saw what.
Yeah, us snow lovers, Lauren, not getting what we need out of this winter for sure. Does not look like much of a chance of snow over the next 10 days. Could that pattern change? Yeah, it could change. But right now, just looking a little bit warmer. But we're watching Wednesday for sure. I'm learning a lot out here, guys, doing a little bit of curling. I got to do some more. I don't know if it's my turn yet, but yeah. I'm up in a minute, so we'll send it back into you guys. Tomorrow, by the way, guys, I think I'm figure skating. Am I figure skating tomorrow? I'm figure skating tomorrow.
Yes, you are.
If you're not too sore from curling, okay? We'll be watching.
Right, that's true. I might be too sore. That's true. That's true.
Hey, big announcement from Justin.
We're also looking at some spinning and slipping on the ice. Doug Kammerer lacing up and hitting the ice as we count down to the start of the Winter Olympic Games.
That's right. He's at the Potomac Curling Club in Laurel. Doug, how's it going?
It's going great. We're actually in a game right now. But, yeah, the Olympics starting in just a couple of days. So the next couple of days, I'm going to be out doing different kind of sports. Today it's curling. Tomorrow I'll be out on the ice in a different way, a little bit of figure skating. And then on Wednesday, if the weather's nice enough, we'll be out there doing a little snowboarding and a little skiing, too. So Stacy's about to throw here. I'm currently sweeping. And right now we're doing pretty good here. And then I'm going to throw it in to you guys. Let's take a look at that forecast. Temperatures right now in the 30s. Okay, keep going. In the 30s, but over the next couple of days, one thing they're going to be watching here, we're going to be watching, yeah, baby, nice shot. We're going to be watching the chance for some ice coming up during the day on Wednesday. Wednesday could actually be a weather alert day. That's something that we're going to be watching very closely. That storm system moving in, just like with yesterday's system. It starts off as a mixture of rain, sleet, freezing rain, and snow, and then transfers over to just plain rain. But timing-wise, we could once again see a big problem on Wednesday morning. So we'll talk much more about that coming up in just a second. I'm tired now.
How hard can that be that you're so breathless, Doug?
It's really hard, Doreen.
Okay. It's like vacuuming. It's like fast vacuuming.
It's a really good workout.
Right. Actually, you do.
Exactly right. It's a really tough workout, man.
Thanks, Doug.
Well, a lot of people watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials.
Not all of them are landing well, though, especially here in Washington. The intense criticism.
All right, Doug. I think he was curling a little bit out there. Oh, look, he is curling. Get him, Doug.
Oh, this is great. Now, this is what you don't know. There's 4 players per team. So right now, Craig is shooting right now. Stacy and I are doing the sweep. And then we've got our man down there who is now called the skip. He's going to let us know what we need to do. Go ahead, Craig. You got it, buddy. Now, the interesting thing is everybody actually has to sweep, and everybody gets to throw. As we look, get up.
We're there. Sorry.
Whew. During the Olympics, a lot of times you only see 2 people throw, but really there's 4 teams, or four people on each team. So, how we do? A little too far. We went right through. But there's normally 4 people on a team, but you only see the 2 that are there that make a difference, the last 2 guys that you see. We're going to send it back into you guys. We're actually playing a match right now, and my team is losing. So we'll
And
send it back to you guys.
we don't want to interrupt you. Okay. You need to focus.
Go team. Good luck. Good luck, Doug. Doctors from the Super Bowl to the Olympics. Doug Kammerer is hitting the ice tonight. Doug?
Yeah, guys, I am red. The team I'm playing against is yellow, and you want to have red inside the circle here. Take a look. Yeah, that's not looking very good, but hey, that's all right. We got a whole crew. They're all waiting for us out there. I'll show you why they're waiting right there. That's an important part of curling. That's exciting. That's this part I'm excited about right now. All right, we'll be right back. We'll see you guys in a minute. Can we get one in here?
It does sound painful, almost as painful as watching Doug lose at curling. Doug?
Is it getting any better for you?
Oh, they're making him do the weather.
No, I was terrible. Yeah, that's right. They kicked me off. They kicked me off the team, guys. The ice now empty. Everybody is doing something that's called broom stacking. We're going to get to that in a second. But first off, let's talk about what we're dealing out here weather-wise. 33 degrees right now. Temperatures dropping below freezing, so there could be a few icy spots as we move on through the overnight hours tonight. So just think about that. Now, tomorrow night, that's going to be the big issue. Right now, temperatures in the 20s. A cold night tonight, which means a cold start to your day on your Tuesday. 26 right now in Gaithersburg, right here around the Laurel area, coming in with a temperature right around 28 degrees. Nothing on the radar. You see that. You can see clear skies, and that's going to mean right on into the day tomorrow that we are on the dry side. But here's Wednesday, and this is Wednesday morning, and once again we have one of these systems that's going to come through during the early morning hours and the early rush, and that's why we think we could have some issues. Take a look at 3 a.m. Now take a look at 6 a.m., and you noticed all the pink back here. D.C. westward around I-95 back to the west of Montgomery County, Loudoun County, maybe Fairfax, maybe starting off as some snow and then switching over to a mixture of sleet and ice, and then all rain by around the 9 o'clock hour. Notice the warm air comes in, and we do see most of this as rain, and right on through noon, well, we get some of the heavier rain that's coming on through here, so that's what we're going to be watching on Wednesday. So yes, we do think we could see some delays during the day on Wednesday. Let's show you right now. I want to take you zone by zone here, and we do the 4-zone forecast. I'm showing you 2 zones. First off, D.C. zone for the day on Wednesday. Mix overnight and then changing over through the 7 a.m. hour, but then changing to rain. This is not an area I'm too concerned about. However, Montgomery County, Howard County, yeah, we might see some delays again like we did earlier. But back to the north and west, back in our western zones here, this is the area that we think we could have some major issues. We're talking about a period of snow, maybe even some accumulating snow, just like with yesterday's system, lasting all the way through the morning commute. So stay with us. We might have Wednesday as a weather alert day. Let's go to the 10-day forecast and show you how things are going to be over the next couple of days here. Temperatures actually warming, 46 tomorrow, great day, 48 on Wednesday after that morning mix, 35 on Thursday, and let's go right to that 10-day forecast, 48 degrees on your Friday. And then next week we get warm again, and it's going to be a little bit on the rainy side here as we move on through, or rather warm side here at 54 degrees as we make our way in over the next couple of days, guys. So we'll continue to watch those systems as they move on through. All right. This is what everybody comes back to. This is, they say, their favorite part. This is your favorite part, guys? Yeah. Hey, it's social hour, so we were out there on the ice, and this is FL. All right, good. You have your name tag on. That's a good thing. Tell us a little bit about the social hour that you guys have. I mean, this is what the thing about curling that you guys love so much.
It's one of the best things about curling. This is broom stacking. After our games are over, and sometimes before, we gather at tables and have a little drink, have a little nosh, and have some time being social with each other.
Now, we saw that we lost. My team lost, right? But that's actually a good thing because...
That's okay, because the opponent will buy you a drink.
Did you hear that? They owe me a drink now. That's so cool. I see Gatorade and Coke, okay? We're going to send it back into you guys right now. I had a great time. Tomorrow, I'll be out on the ice again, this time doing a little figure skating.
Okay.
We can't wait to see you in that costume.
Yeah, and that little tutu. Yeah.
Thanks, Doug.
My sequence.
Yes.
Coming up in sports.
Yes. Hey, what's going on?
Welcome. I'm Joe. Welcome to the Potomac Curling Club.
Happy to be here.
Yes. So this is called the house. This is where all the scoring takes place.
So when you score, is that like, this is our house, take over the house?
That's right. So you want to learn how to slide and deliver one of these bad boys?
Like the electric slide, right?
When curlers slide down the sheet, they have special curling shoes, and on the bottoms, we have a piece of Teflon-coated plastic. Take a second, get your legs, get your everything,
Looks like you...
Yeah, it's all hips. It's all hips, man. It's all hips.
All right, right, Joe, this is where you do it, Joe. This is for the Olympics, Joe.
This circle is known as the house. If you get your stone closest to the center of the house, which is known as the pin, you get a point.
So is this like the training wheel for beginners?
It's a not falling down device.
The training wheel for beginners.
The training wheel for beginners, yes.
All right. All right.
Hips up, slide back, heel flat, and then out you go. Let's see what happens.
So back.
Okay, not bad, but you want to night and day. Oh, that's a bullet.
Sport a lot of folks are certainly familiar with, but coming up in a month during the Olympics, you might impress your friends if you know a little something about curling. We went out to the National Capital Curling Center in Laurel today. Basically, the idea is to get this giant 42-pound stone into the center of the rings on the other side. 4 players on a team, including 2 sweepers. Why? The friction actually helps move the stone, and while it looks like you're just chucking something down the ice, there's a little bit more finesse and strategy involved.
A lot of people call curling chess on ice. So even though there is that physical aspect to it, strategy is equally important. Hard! And when everybody's making their shots, it's really going to come down to who has the best strategic game. That's definitely satisfying when everything comes together and comes to fruition between strategy and throwing the stone.
The U.S. team hoping for a medal. Canada, the big dog in the sports. I did hear that Doug and Jim Hanley are both trying their hand at curling in a couple weeks, so we certainly cannot wait to see how that will all turn out.
I'd rather be the guy sliding gracefully down the ice than the sweeper guy. I'd rather see those 2 guys in a luge going downhill about it.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Wednesday Sports Page. We get started tonight with the Olympics. The 2018 Winter Games get underway tomorrow from Pyeongchang, South Korea. One event you will see a ton of coverage of, it's the team sport of curling. Now you might not know the object of the game, how it's scored, and how you win. Well tonight here, we're going to change that. I was originally out at Laurel with the Potomac Curling Club, and they are here to tell you all about the sport and get you ready for the Winter Olympics.
Curling started in Scotland hundreds of years ago, and there have been rocks found at the bottom of lakes and things in Scotland that kind of give us the age of how old curling is. Today it's played a lot in the northern European countries. It's very big in Canada and growing in the U.S. It's also growing in Asian countries.
You mentioned rock, the equipment used to play this game.
Yeah, the rocks are 42 pounds each, and we push them about 146 feet from one end to the other. The idea is to try and get into the center of the rings.
Then there are 2 others on the ice, what looks like mops, trying to guide the rock. Explain to me what that is.
Sweeping reduces the friction. Some people say it melts the ice. It doesn't really melt it, but it does provide kind of a micro coating, a little bit of a smoother surface. That will make the rock go further, and it will also make it go straighter.
Hunter Clausen is an internationally ranked curler and a recent participant in the U.S. Olympic trials. How did you get involved with the sport of curling?
My parents got me involved. I think they saw it in the Olympics, thought it was pretty cool, brought me down, did the junior program, and I've been doing it for a lot since then.
Take me through a typical game as a curler. How does it start? How does it finish? And what's the ultimate goal?
Well, there's going to be 8 or 10 ends. You're trying to score each end, and the goal is just to come out with more points. A big part of the game is controlling who has the last rock advantage, who gets to throw the last scoring rock, which is very important. So when you have those ends where you have the last rock, you're trying to score 2. And when the other person has the last rock, you're trying to force them to 1 point or maybe steal a point from them.
So how do you score and win in the game of curling?
You score 1 point for each rock you have that's closer than your opponent's closest rock. So we throw 8 rocks per team, So it is conceivably possible that you could score 8 points. However, that's much more rare than a perfect game. It's very rare. In 50-plus years of this club, we've had 9.
No end's going to be exactly the same. You're going to be different each end, different rocks, different placement. It's going to be exciting each time.
The Olympics are coming up. Give me your prediction. Who's going to win the gold, both men and women?
I mean, you got to root for the USA teams. Good friends with those guys out there, and they've been working real hard, and they'll have a good shot. But you can't discount Canada ever. They're always good. They're always shooting well, and the Swedish teams are right up there at the top of the world as well.
A very special thanks to the Potomac Curling Club for having us out. The United States has a men's team, women's team, as well as a mixed team. The 2018 Winter Olympics get underway tomorrow from Pyeongchang, South Korea. Curling, the first sport you will see on TV.
And I'm Kid O'Shea around town this morning, Potomac Curling Club. If you've been watching curling during the Olympics and wondering exactly how the game is played, we're about to get a little lesson in it right now with Keith, and thank you for having us here this morning, because I have been watching and I'm like, I don't understand it. I get that you're pushing a stone down some ice, but how does it work and everything? And we're going to explain that to you right now, because this is the house we're in.
It's called the house, right.
And the colors don't really matter.
Colors don't matter. You just need your stone closer than your opponent's stone to the center of the house.
And that's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
But that's not as easy as it looks.
Not as easy as it looks.
You bring in the brooms. And what does the broom do?
So the brooms allow you to carry the rocks further. It can also affect the curl. It can either make it curl more or go straighter.
Excellent. So as we've been practicing here this morning, Keith, first of all, my first time going, you thought I had some pretty good form that I possibly could be in the 2020 Olympics, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, we're headed that way, you guys. I've never curled before. So, but explain how you get into the right position to make it go down there.
Sure. So the thing you stepped into right now is called a hack.
Okay.
And then you're going to step on your slider. This is called a stabilizer. This helps keep you stable.
All right.
So you're going to squat all the way.
Yep.
You're going to lift your butt in the air.
Yep.
You're going to bring all your weight back, including the stone.
And now I can look down there and I see that I have to aim.
And you're going to aim towards Dave's broom.
All right.
And then you're going to launch.
In 3, 2, and... Okay, now it has to stay in play, guys. And for it to stay in play, it cannot go outside that red line there. It has to make it over the big blue line on the other side called the hog line to actually be in play. And what they're trying to do right now is make sure that that happens. I don't know. All right, all right, all right. We're in play.
You're in play.
There we go. So now, when you play the game, you do want to set up a couple of blockers. They're called
guards.
What are they called?
Guards.
Guards in the beginning to stop the other guys from getting through. We are going to learn all about the brooming aspect of all of this coming up after 9 o'clock right here on Good Morning Washington, and learn how you can get involved. And you'll never believe how long their waiting list is for people to start curling. We'll tell you about that after 9. Right here on Good Morning Washington. Welcome back to Good Morning Washington. I'm Kid O'Shea around town. We're at the Potomac Curling Club right now with Keith and Dave, who are teaching us all about curling. Because I've been watching, and I'll be honest with you, I wanted to learn more about it. That's why we're out here today. You guys have had a high demand for people that want to learn about curling as well. When you set up classes, they fill up within seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds, full.
Unbelievable. And you have a waiting list of like 30 people right now that want to join curling.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're looking at the house right now. If you've watched curling, it's going to be on TV again tonight. This is what you need to know. You got to get in the house to score.
Right.
And you got to get the closest to the pin, which is right here in the center, to get a point.
Right.
So if we were scoring this right now, everyone can play along at home. It took me a while to figure this out. We have yellow and we have red. The closest to the pin means you get a point. So there's 1 point right here. Then it would be 2 points for yellow if this red were further out. But since the red is closer, there's only 1 point for the yellow. Only one color can score at a time, correct?
Exactly, correct. You got it.
This is what you learn when you come to the Potomac Curling Club. All right, let's talk about the sweeping, because I think people, what's the point of the sweeping?
So the sweeping, as the rock is moving as fast as it'll ever move once the person releases it. Sweeping, you can carry it further.
So it's actually trying to get it to go a little bit further, because when you send it off, you don't want to send it too much that it goes over all the way to the other end.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's send it down a little bit right now and just do a little sweeping here and see.
This is the real workout part of the sport, correct?
Yeah, but you want to be in front of the stone.
Get in.
There you go.
I'm swinging in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I want to send another one, another stone down. If people want to learn about Potomac Curling Club, get started. By the way, you guys, we haven't even talked about the social aspect of curling that you don't see while you're watching the Olympics, but it's right up my alley. So take a couple of guesses what happens after a curling game or during a curling game. Here we go. 3, 2, okay, so it's got to go all the way to the other end to stay in play. How do people get in touch with you guys?
CurlDC.org.
CurlDC.org. Keith and Dave, thank you so much. Potomac Curling Club. We'll have more of Good Morning Washington coming up right after the break. It's in play!
Well, let's head out to the National Curling. You know that the National Curling Championships, they've been held in Laurel, Maryland.
Wow, right in
Yeah.
our backyard.
Absolutely.
The Gardens Ice House is a 150-foot facility with an outdoor rink, an Olympic-sized rink, and 2 NHL regulation rinks. And that's where Andy Hauser is today. She's getting a little curling 101. Andy.
Hey, that's right. We've already been having a good time here this morning learning just the basics. So this is Stacy. She's been curling for 5 years, and you're going to break it down for us, what we need to know to get started with curling.
Sure, some basics about the equipment. This ice is not like hockey ice that you might think of. It's a little rough on the top. We call that pebble. That's going to help the rock curve. These are rocks. They're 43 pounds of Scottish granite. On the bottom, they're concave. They're not flat. So when they're running along this ice, they curl, hence the name of the sport. We also have...
when they curl, but you mean like they kind of go like a swoosh is what you said.
Think kind of like a Nike swoosh. They're going to go straight for a while, and then they're going to start to curve. The other equipment you would need, and if you try to start curling at a local club, they will give this to you to start with until you buy your own, is a broom. Not like your kitchen broom, really.
No.
They've become a lot more scientific over the years.
What is
to help
this right here on that? I guess we can dig in a little
There's
bit
different
later,
materials that broom pads are made out of, and they're made to create friction on the ice.
Okay.
They're usually very light. This one's carbon fiber.
Oh, so fancy. Look at you.
The other thing is shoes. This is one of the very few sports with 2 shoes. And curling shoes have Teflon on the bottom of them, like the stuff that makes your eggs not stick to pans, and then we put that on slippery ice.
That
to
makes
make
sense.
everything way more exciting. All right, so let's get you throwing a rock.
Yeah, let's do it. So, okay, because my shoes are just regular running shoes, she's actually brought out a little Teflon foot pad for me here. So let's see. So you're
gonna put your foot in the hack first?
Oh, that makes sense.
Safety first. All about safety here.
Yeah, you're good.
Foot
Thank
here.
goodness you're here.
You're gonna squat down. This is a stabilizer. We usually start to teach people stabilizers, but these are legal all the way up to the Olympic level. You can still use them.
Okay.
Your hips come up.
Hips come up.
Everything's gonna come back together.
Okay.
And then everything's gonna go forward together into that nice curling lunge.
Oh man.
You ready?
Yes. Okay.
Yep. Whenever you're ready, go.
Okay.
And then let go.
All right.
Throw
it. Guys, I forgot to let go of the rock. Woo! Okay.
All right, you want to try one more?
Yeah, sure. All right, let's try it. All right, let's try it one more time. So I need to let go of the rock. That's important because, I mean, the rock is how you score, right?
Yes.
Do you call it scoring? What do you call it?
You do call it scoring.
Woo!
So at the other end is a house thing that looks kind of like a target.
Okay.
And we will, once we get one rock to the other end, we'll teach you how to score.
All right. So tell me when to release it. Maybe that would help.
So
just be like, let
remember
go.
back to high school physics.
Okay.
Your momentum's going to go in a big arc. You're going to want to release at the top of that arc. So when you're going at your fastest.
Okay, when I'm going at my fastest.
Yep. So hips
okay,
up.
Guys. Hips up.
Things come back. There
All
you
right,
go.
Here we go, guys.
And forward.
All right.
Whoa! There we go.
All right, there it goes. It's flying. I'm going to get a point or 2. All right, guys, we're back right after this. Oh, here. You should take this probably.
Put it on the ice.
After the break.
With Andy, she's learning how to curl this morning. Hey, Andy.
Hey, that's right. You know, every Olympics, the spotlight shines down on curling. So we learn how to throw this morning. Throw the stone. The important thing is let go of it first. I didn't do that the first time. But Craig's here. So another really important part is sweeping.
Yes, sweeping is really important. Sweeping helps a curling stone travel farther and also travel straighter. So if you're trying to curl something, it might be wrecking on a guard or hitting a guard. So if you can sweep it a little bit, you might get around it and get just in that perfect spot.
Okay, so our job is, when she throws a stone, Stacy over there, is to help it to go straight. That's our job, right?
Exactly. She wants to shoot it, and then we want to help it find targeting.
Or find the targeting.
Find targeting, yeah.
Okay,
so you saw a little bit of the equipment before. That this is a curling broom. We put pressure on the surface of the ice.
Okay.
Well, we use our body weight to put pressure, and we use speed, and that helps polish the surface of the ice and make the stone travel straighter and farther.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
so
sounds
she's
easy
gonna
enough,
throw the rock, and then we're gonna sweep it. All right. And so, by the way, if you hear the skip saying sweep, 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 or hurry hard, that means sweep.
Hurry hard.
Yeah.
I did hear him say that.
If you say here whoa or stop, that means we should stop because it needs to curl some more.
Stacy, for fun, yell something at us, okay?
Will do.
Okay, great. Okay. Ready? Okay,
all right.
so now
sweep. Right, sweep. Get in front of the rock.
Get in front of the rock.
Get in front of the rock. There you go. There you go.
We
got it. We got it.
Way more difficult than it looks. Holy moly.
Gotta get it there, over the line.
And right here, guys, this is where,
Just barely.
Woo! That is a workout. I understand now why you can burn 300 calories an hour doing this. So, okay, so let's head back down there. You know, also one thing I want to mention, this is a very social sport.
It is, yes.
This is how you met your future wife.
That's true. We're getting married. Stacy and I are getting married in 3 weeks.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
We met here in curling.
What type of, this is for all age ranges though, really, right?
It is. We have people here that are 5 years old. We also have people here that are 85 years old. All age ranges. We have something for everyone.
That's super fun. All right, can you throw one more? Yep. All right, so while we're going to burn a few more calories here, let's toss it to the kitchen where they're probably consuming some calories if I had to guess.
I'm going to get on your other side.
All right.
All right, thanks, Andy. What a great story. And now we're going to send it out to Andy, who's learning more about one of the oldest team sports. What more are you discovering about curling out there in Laurel, Andy?
What am I learning about curling? I'm learning that I like this sport even more than I thought I would. So I posted on my Facebook page, if you have questions, now's the time to ask them because we've got 2 instructors here with us. So Krista in DC wants to know, what are the stones made out of, and are there different weights for men and women?
They are the same rocks for all curlers over the age of about 12, regardless of gender. They are made out of granite from a specific island in Scotland.
Nice.
All the curling rocks in the world come from the same place, and the reason they use that granite is it can withstand the cold temperatures, and when they bang into each other, it's not going to crack.
All right, very good. And the last question is probably the biggest question. How do you score in curling?
Sure, it can be really confusing because you're thinking, well, red had one in there, why didn't they score? Or it's in the red, it should be worth more than out here. But the way you score, this is the pin. It's the center of the house or the target.
Okay.
Whatever team is the closest is the team that's going to score in that end. Or think of it like an inning in baseball.
Okay.
So right now, yellow has 1 rock that's closest. The next closest rock is red. So yellow will get 1 point.
Gotcha.
If yellow played their cards right, hit that red out, yellow's the closest, so they'll get the 1. The next closest is also yellow, so they will get 2.
And it doesn't matter which one's closest to, the red or the center point there.
Right.
That doesn't matter.
This is worth just as much points as this.
Oh.
So
geez.
These are just to kind of help you with guidelines and figure out where things are. But even if it's way on the outside and just barely touching, we call that biting, that's still a scoring rock. And that rock is worth just as many points as that rock.
So, with all of that said, the maximum amount of scoring points a team could get if everything goes perfectly would be?
Well, there are 8 rocks thrown by each team. Okay. I would say that's not a perfect end if you somehow, or your other team ends up scoring 8 rocks.
Right.
Somebody missed some shots in there somewhere. It does happen. We call them 8 enders. We take a picture and put them on the wall if it ever happens in our game at our club.
Nice. All right. All right, guys, so we're going to learn just a little bit more, obviously from, Stacy. I mean, look at all this bling right here, right? She knows what. Go. Welcome back to Great Day, Washington. We're at the Potomac Curling Club getting a lesson. You hear that roar? That's that 40-pound stone coming down this big sheet of ice. Okay, now you got 3 words to yell. What is it? Hard, sweep, harder, harder. Yeah, good job, guys. Looking good. See, that's my favorite part of curling is the yelling part. But you guys have been great this morning. Thank you so much. If people want more information, where can they go to get that?
Our website is curldc.org, and everything on there is going to be the most up-to-date place to get any information on how to try the sport.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Back to you girls in the studio.
All righty.